We are constantly sold a specific version of the American dream: sunlit yacht decks and total financial freedom. Yet the reality for millions of hardworking people is sitting at a dimly lit kitchen table, stressing over a stack of overdue bills. This bar chart breaks down the mathematical penalty of higher education debt. Taking out a $53,000 student loan today creates a massive financial deficit. By factoring in interest and lost investment potential, that initial loan wipes out nearly $208,000 of your long-term wealth. And education is only one piece of the trap. The middle class is so financially vulnerable that 67% of all bankruptcies in the United States are triggered by unexpected medical issues. Look at this aerial view of Copenhagen. In countries like Denmark, which prioritize strong social safety nets, citizens experience significantly higher rates of upward social mobility than those living in the United States. This pie chart illustrates exactly how concentrated American capital has become. The top 10% of the population now controls a 93% of all stock market wealth, leaving 7% for the remaining 90% of the country. If hard work alone cannot bridge these gaps, it suggests building wealth requires a different operational strategy than the one most people are taught. The first front of this wealth war is a top-down, structurally rigged economic system. This lower Manhattan skyline represents the institutional scale of the financial centers designed to protect the exclusive tier of the ultra-rich. To stay in these exclusive tiers, the wealthy utilize a specialized wealth defense industry. They hire tax lawyers and utilize offshore accounts to shield their assets from taxation. Then they deploy a strategy called hyper-extraction. This occurs when private equity firms buy up everyday human necessities and aggressively squeeze out the maximum possible profit margin from the working class. You can see hyper-extraction happening right here in these mobile home parks. Corporate entities are purchasing these working-class neighborhoods and raising the rents, extracting profit from residents who have few other housing options. This line graph maps out the macroeconomic formula that makes catching up difficult. The relative flat line represents overall economic wage growth, while the steep upward curve shows the return on existing capital. By extending this timeline out across several decades, the space between these two lines widens. The purchasing power of an hourly wage stagnates, while existing wealth grows exponentially. The macroeconomic system functions as a highly efficient machine for extracting lifetime wealth from everyday workers. But the macroeconomy is only half the problem. The second front involves the culturally conditioned habits that cause us to participate in our own wealth extraction. A depreciating asset like this vintage Rolls-Royce illustrates a psychological tendency known as present bias. We have an urge to overvalue short-term rewards, like buying a status symbol today, over the goal of saving for a secure future. When we combine that urge with an unexpected pay raise, we experience lifestyle inflation. Instead of saving extra income, we upgrade our spending habits, preventing any real financial progress. This traps you in a cycle where you rely entirely on wages, trading your limited hours for dollars, without generating any residual income. These behaviors are often inherited. 49% of Americans learn their financial habits exclusively from family and friends, rather than from formal schooling. By taking financial cues from non-wealthy peers, many workers pass down a normalized culture of debt from generation to generation. While you cannot change the global macroeconomic system immediately, you have control over your individual habits starting today. The wealthy operate on a different strategy. They live below their means so they can acquire income-producing assets, rather than spending on liabilities that lose value. This geometric model shows how they do it. Wealth is built over decades through the power of compound growth. They acquire assets that multiply and generate income independently of their time. Escaping this trap requires prioritizing the acquisition of assets over the consumption of goods. Every dollar redirected into an investment is a dollar that stops working for someone else and starts working for you. Moving from consumer to investor involves 3 specific adjustments to how you manage your monthly income. Step 1. Stop the purchase of depreciating assets. Redirect available capital into assets that appreciate over time, such as stocks, businesses, or real estate. Step 2. Use psychological strategies to pay off debt. Target your smallest debts first. Securing those early, small victories provides the exact motivation required to stay consistent on a long-term repayment plan. Step 3. Break the cycle of inherited habits. Seek out financially literate communities to expand your network, rather than taking cues from peers who normalize bad debt. The economic system is designed to protect existing wealth, but achieving financial literacy is the most effective way to opt out of the debt cycle. If you are ready to master your money, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment telling me which financial habit you are changing today, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Let's build wealth together. See you in the next one.